celebrations on the 1st of May, if I'm not wrong, watangoja kidogo. And that's exactly what the Salaries and Remuneration Commission is doing. Let's now do a little bit of politics because there are fresh round of talks between the Kenya Kwanza Alliance and, of course, the Azimio La Umoja, One Kenya Coalition. And they're now expected to officially kick off the discussions next week on Monday. This is after two sides held their first meeting today at the Boma of Kenya to set the ground rules for the talks. Now, the committee, technical and legal teams have now been tasked with harmonizing the 10 issues of discussion on the table as raised by both sides, with the issue of inclusion on the high cost of living and, of course, the talks still very divisive. KTN's political affairs reporter Emmanuel To with the details.
After days of back and forth over the date and venue for the second round of dialogue between the government and the opposition, finally the 10-member team from Azimio La Umoja, One Kenya and the Kenya Kwanza side met Wednesday at the Bomas of Kenya, with the team announcing it will officially begin talks next Monday, with technical teams tasked to firm up the agenda of the talks.
There are matters that will need consultation in the next 1 or 2 days. We think that the technical teams should sit by Friday and generate the necessary documents so that on Monday we get moving.
By Monday, as agreed, we will have the secretariats that will be supported by Parliament for Secretary of Services. We also have technical committees backing up each of our teams.
The two sides have been divided on the inclusion of the high cost of living on the table of talks, with Kenya Kwanza government maintaining the issue will not feature anywhere during the discourse.
We've agreed to set up, there'll be two technical teams on both sides, with a rapporteur on both sides, and we have agreed that the speakers of parliament will provide the answered reporters. We thought that is very important because subsequently we expect there will be documents generated and they will require presentation perhaps on the floor of both houses.
We have indicated also that we will be engaging on the basis of mutual respect, all in the interest of our nation and not in any private interest or any personal interests, but everything that we shall engage on will be for the benefit of the country and the people of this great country.
While Kenya Kwanza is yet to come up with its technical team, Azimio's lineup is led by the Jubilee Party Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni, Azimio lawyer Paul Mwangi and Adams Olo. The two sides also seemed to have dropped the street bravado, promising to engage each other with mutual respect.
We are generally in agreement with the agenda items, but we have to agree on how we frame the agenda because the two sides have the different agenda items.
We will take this process very, very seriously, and our president has directed that we do so, and that we'll continue to consult both within here and outside in order that we can come up with long-lasting solutions.
Azimio have tabled 5 issues of dialogue, including the reduction in the cost of living, audit of the 2022 elections, bipartisan reconstitution of the IEBC, as well as inclusion in the national affairs and respect for political parties. On the other hand, Kenya Kwanza has listed the reconstitution of IEBC, implementation of 2/3 gender rule in parliament, the inclusion of the CDF in the constitution, the creation of the office of the leader of the opposition, as well as embedment of the office of the prime CS in law as priority issues. The 10-member dialogue team will now be taking a short break until next week Monday to pave the way for the technical and legal teams to come up with the issues of discussion, as both sides remain divided as to the inclusion of the high cost of living in the talks. Emmanuel To, KTN News, Bomas, Nairobi.
All right, away from the politics of the day to a story that